Champlin Park High School for CTN's live presentation of high school wrestling. Tonight's action pits the visiting Coon Rapids Cardinals against the home squad from Champlin Park with the Rebels. And this is Howie Shapiro alongside head coach Bob Adams to bring you all the action. Coach, thanks so much for sitting in with us. You bring so much expertise and more than Joe and I could ever. You've forgotten more than Joe and I would ever know in terms of high school wrestling and wrestling in general. But thank you very much for joining us.
It's good to be here. Looking forward to an exciting match tonight with Champlin Park.
Yeah, 106 pounds.
Alex Kowalczyk gets a forfeit. Yep. Alex has had a great season so far. He's placed in 2 major tournaments, placed at the Rumble on the Red, placed 8th last week up in Fargo, and he won the Big Bear tournament earlier in the season.
So we'll start out with Alex getting the forfeit. We'll start out at 113 with Logan Rothstein for Coon Rapids and Alonso Blanton, a freshman for Champlin Park. Talk a little bit about Logan, if you would, and what he brings to the mat.
Well, Logan's very athletic. He's a good wrestler. He's a baseball player. I think he plays second base for the baseball team. He's been battling all year. His records, I don't have my stats in front of me, but he's probably around 12 and 8, somewhere in there. Very athletic. It's a nice duck under there. That was a nice duck under he showed us.
Yeah, doing a good job of starting this match out and controlling here. Jumps to an early 2-0 lead. Trying to get the takedown.
The guy got away. We've been really working hard on our singles and our takedowns in the room. He tries an arm drag there, didn't work. Not every move works. So you just got to be relentless and keep attacking, keep trying. You know, if one thing doesn't work, you come back to it later on. But you keep trying new things and different things, and hopefully something works. So he tried an arm drag, he tried a duck under. The duck under worked, arm drag didn't.
Well, this is a time of year that you guys are extremely busy with. You had the Rumble on the Red and tonight's match, and then you take off this for this weekend for some action as well, away from the Twin Cities.
Yeah, we leave tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. We leave for Hibbing. We're going to have 3 duels tomorrow night and 3 duels on Saturday. So 6 more duels coming up in the next, 36 hours?
It's a lot of wrestling.
It's a lot of wrestling. I always tell our guys, conditioning isn't 6-minute match. It's 6 6-minute matches or 10 6-minute matches on a weekend, because you get to those, 5th, 6th matches of the weekend, your body's sore. And then you find out who's in shape and who isn't.
Oh, we're through one period. 2-1 lead for Logan Roydsing. We're going to see him again doing a nice move.
Nice duck under.
Duck under, keep him to the mat. And Blanton will start on the bottom.
Logan's displaying our brand new uniforms. These are our 2-piece uniforms. This is the first year that we're allowed to wear them. So we bought 1 set of uniforms, not the singlets. These are shorts and t-shirts.
Blanton gets away to tie it at 2. Do the kids like the 2-piece?
They were talking at the beginning before we started tonight. They said no.
They don't like them?
But I said we spent a lot of money on them, so
yeah,
we're
wear them. I take it you probably won't. You'll wear the singlets probably more often than not.
We'll see. Maybe they'll grow on them. We'll see. But Logan's getting after this guy. It's 2-2. He's got to have a sprawl there.
So if you were to, what's Logan's signature? What are some of the things that he likes to do to?
He likes Kelly's. He likes fireman's carries.
Okay.
He obviously liked duck under.
Yep.
The first move was a duck under, but he's very versatile. He's got a good repertoire of technique. Right now I'd like to see him sprawl a little better and separate first. See, he's not separating from his opponent. He walks up into his opponent, and that's something he's got to correct. He's got to separate first and then re-attack.
He got the 2 points there to take a 4-2 lead.
Got a tough crossface. He's looking for a cradle right now. We spend a lot of time on cradles. Coach Noah Glenn is our cradle guru in the room, and Noah does a great job teaching our guys this cradle.
30 seconds remaining.
Under 30 seconds remaining in period number 2, a 4-2 lead for Roydsteen.
So he's trying to, what we do, a jump and bump. We jump to the near side and bump his hip over, but he couldn't get it done. So hopefully he rides him out, doesn't let him go. We don't want to let him go with 10 seconds. We want to try and ride him out, which he looks like he's going to.
Yeah, did a nice job of making sure he didn't get away.
Logan's a smart wrestler. You know, he works, usually stays in pretty good position. Going to the third period here, he's up by 2.
A tight match to start this one out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know a lot of these kids from Champlin Park are somewhat new to the sport, so we'll see how they do tonight. Now Billy Marish, the coach at Champlin Park, he's a very hard-working coach. I've known Billy since high school, and he works very hard and does a great job. And wrestling's the hardest sport there is. I mean, I recruit very hard in the hallways, in the classroom, and,
sure.
And it's hard getting kids out, and it's a tough sport. I tell our guys all the time, they chose a tough sport.
There's a lot of demand on your energy, and you know, I see how hard you guys work.
Yeah. Not only that, not only how hard they work, but the time commitment. Right. You know, I mean, we're here tonight, and then tomorrow morning we're on a bus, and we'll be gone for the next 2 days. And we just got back from up north from last week, up from the Rumble on the Red. So.
Well, obviously they love it to put in that kind of dedication, that kind of hard work, and that kind of time.
Nice single by Logan there.
Yeah, he increases his lead to 7-2.
Coach Tronson down there, he's encouraging him to go for a major here. So there's a front head to a near side cradle.
Under a minute remaining.
So he's got this guy pretty tight. He's trying to get, oh, now he's got him, this should be 6 here. We should hopefully get 6. He's got him pretty tight.
He does.
Oh, he got away. Well, as soon as you get up behind both those legs like he is right now, it's really hard to get away from that.
But he's trying to turn him.
30 seconds remaining.
The referee tonight is Dan Roth. He's a longtime referee, referees a lot of college matches.
Yeah, I'm familiar. I've seen him before. I didn't know exactly who he was, but I'm very familiar with his face.
He's one of the best referees in the state of Minnesota. He's been around a long time, and he was a graduate of Edison High School. I'm not sure what year, probably around '79 in that era. He was their #1 running back for the Edison High School football team. He was a fantastic football player.
I bet. A 10-4 lead now for Logan.
Nice takedown.
Yeah, he's quick on his feet.
All right, he got the major, 12-4, 8 points. Means it's a major. That's 14 points for Coon Rapids. I like those uniforms. Those look kind of nice.
I like them too.
Yeah.
So we're going to move to 120. John Svobodny and Joseph Tulberg for Champlin Park. There you see the score 10-0 after the first 2.
John is our captain. For a reason, he's a good leader in the room, good student, hard worker. There's a nice knee pick. Yeah, well, hopefully we can take him down from behind. It's another situation right here. Our takedowns from behind we've been working on. Instead of just, letting guys go, we've been working really hard at taking them down from behind. Try to put them to their back from the feet. See if he does. Okay, he's going to maybe try a throw by single. We were working on this just a few minutes ago before the duel started.
Well, it's always nice that they take that instruction and then they bring it into the match.
Yeah. Well, we show a lot of things, and they don't always work. So.
Well, you got to try them. You never know unless you try them.
There's a nice sweep single. We call that a left-right. We circle to the left, come back to the right, or vice versa. Now he's going to elbow down. Hopefully circle, stay low, stay low, stay low. And he switches to a double. Nice finish.
Yeah, it was a nice finish. Definitely controlling this. Gets a couple more points. Takes a 4-1 lead.
He's looking for what we call a Murphy from Mike Murphy. Remember Mike years ago?
I do remember Mike Murphy.
Mike used to have this a tilt, and a lot of teams use it, but Mike was so good with it, we called it the Murphy. We named a move after him. I've been wrestling for a long time, and there are no moves named after me.
There should be.
Yeah,
there should be.
Mike was so good with that tilt that we decided to call it a Murphy. That way we call a Murphy, the other team doesn't know what we're talking about. You know, we speak in code.
Boy, it's been a little while since Mike Murphy wrestled. Of course, I'm good friends with his dad, Pat.
Pat, yeah.
Yep.
I wrestled with Pat.
Yeah.
So he's got that near side wrist. He's hanging, he's going to roll. And the counter to the move, this kid, what's his name?
Joseph Tallberg.
Tallberg. He knows the counter. The counter to this move is to roll with it.
I'm sorry, Alonso Blanton.
Okay, Blanton. Well, he rolled with it, and that's the counter to the move. And now we got a cement mixer here. But I give John a lot of rides home after practice and sometimes in the mornings, and he's just a really personable guy. Good family. Parents are very supportive.
Well, and you have to. They have to be. Obviously, you talked about the time that you put into this, and there's so much time involved. And
yeah, our parents are. We're real fortunate. Our parents. We have some tournaments coming up, and every year we have 3 tournaments, and our parents are very good at pitching in and helping with our tournaments, and makes them run a lot smoother. And we're very lucky to have a lot of support.
So we start period number 2 at an 8-2 lead for John Svobodny from Coon Rapids. Cardinals on top 10-0 here through a couple.
Got a class being called on Champlin Park. Coon Rapids will get 1 point. The referee's allowing it to continue to see if we can get a reversal. And he'll eventually break it.
Yeah.
He did break it.
Able to get the escape.
I don't think he gave the escape.
Oh, he did not give him the escape?
Not yet.
Okay.
He's going to penalty. At least I don't think he did. So there's a 1 point penalty. Oh, he called something else there. I'm not sure what the other thing was. Threw up a lot of T's. I'm not sure what they were all for. He called clasping for sure. It looked like he called clasping twice, but he should have probably broke it before he called it again. I don't know what happened there.
John did get 3 points out of it, 13-2.
He did give him the escape.
Yeah.
So he did give him the escape.
Gets 2 more for the takedown.
So he's cruising, 13-point lead, 2 more points. It'll be a tech fall. John needs to become more of a pinner, though. Tech falls are nice. Okay, so he's working for pancake. There it is, right there. That's called we call that a breakfast. Take him to breakfast, and he got a pin. So good for John.
Which is nice.
Yep. So we got a pin, and John did a great job setting up that pancake.
You see it again, just nice job turning him, getting the pin.
Boom.
Pushes that lead to 16-0 for the Cardinals. Now we move to 126, Gabe Degress and Joseph Tallberg for Champlin Park.
And Gabe Degress for Coon Rapids. Gabe has really become a much more aggressive wrestler this year. I really like what he's been doing. He's been going after guys. Well, the guy grabbed our shirt there. I don't know if we're going to get a penalty. Yes, we are. Hey, those new uniforms are paying off already. We're getting points out of them.
See, the kids might turn around on them. They may like them.
Yeah. But Degress has really been aggressive. He's been off the whistle usually. There it is right there, off the whistle, takes a shot, and has been working really hard at being aggressive right off the whistle, and it's been paying off big time for him.
And uses his quickness as well, lets him up.
He's improved a lot on the feet. Hopefully he can keep scoring some points here.
3-1 lead here early in the first.
He's got to straighten that right leg out. You got to straighten it out, kick it back. 2 points.
Yeah, just using that technique. Oh, he's got him on his back. He's in a little trouble. Able to get out of it.
Yeah, I think Gabe let him out of that. He's, you know, we tell our guys, you know, we try to be aggressive, but at the same time, if you think you can pin a guy, you know, try to get a few takedowns in and then pin him later on. But we don't want to ever humiliate or disgrace our opponent. But at the same time, if you pin him right away, he doesn't learn anything either.
Right.
So hopefully Champlin Park's getting a little better, and we are too.
30 seconds remaining.
30 seconds in this period. Another takedown puts the lead at 12-3. Trying to turn him, see if he can get that pin. He's got it.
Good job, Gabe.
So he was aggressive when he first started out and able to carry that on. Just a pin before the time ended in the first. We're going to see him again, able to get him up on his feet, put him to his back,
Yep.
and gets the pin.
We've been telling our guys, pull the trigger, man. Quit thinking about it and just do it. You know, a lot of young wrestlers, they're thinking about shooting, but then they just hold back and they don't do it. And our guys are starting to, you know, hopefully get that message, and it's starting to pay off.
Now we move to 132.
This is Joe Robin.
Joe Robin versus Jason Shute from Champlin Park. And again, a quick couple of points for Joe.
Joe, when he first came, Joe was involved in the biomedical program at Coon Rapids.
Okay.
So he actually comes in all the way from Elk River.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, kid never misses a practice. He's never late to practice. He's always on time. Very, very supportive parents, Brian and Stacy Robin. They do a great job. Brought in a bunch of food. Their parents brought in a ton of food a couple weeks ago at the Big Bear tournament, more than we could eat.
It's always nice to have that extra food around.
Yeah, especially around wrestlers.
Hey, I was going to say, everybody feasted, I'm sure.
Yeah. But Joe's become, when he first came to Coon Rapids, he was very defensive. And he's turned the corner. He's really pulling the trigger. He's one of those guys, just like Gabe. You know, the whistle blows and bam, he's usually taking a shot right in the first 5-6 seconds. And those, you know, when you pull the trigger like that in the sport of wrestling, it pays off a lot, rather than just, you know, dancing with the guy and waiting for the perfect opening. You know, you create your opening by going after the guy.
Well, Joe almost had him turned to his back, but Shute able to get out of it, get away from it. But Robin with a 6-1 lead here as we're winding down to the end of period number 1.
He's working for a bar arm here. Time's going to run out.
So he will have that 6-1 lead as we move to period number 2. I always love listening to Tronson scream from the sideline. I always try to listen to what he's saying, and I'm sure he's hoarse by the end of the night.
Tronny Tronson, he will never be hoarse, believe me. He knows how to pace himself.
Yeah, it's great.
No, I'm very, very fortunate to have him. Him and I have been coaching together for, I think, 18, 19 years
now. You guys have a very special bond, very special relationship coaching these young men. A couple more points for Robin for the reversal, 8-1 lead.
Tried an elbow pass there, didn't quite work. Single leg, head whip, comes out the other side.
And Joe continuing to be aggressive and pile up some points. 10-3 with the escape. Two more points for Joe Robin. With a takedown, 12-3 lead now. Almost about a minute left in period number 2.
Working on a bar arm again. He's trying to lock it up. Doesn't quite have it right. And so he's going to go for, I thought he was going to try a Turk. A lot of moves in the sport of wrestling. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing that, you know, obviously it takes a lot of work, a lot of practice to learn these different moves.
Yep, and we tell our kids, you know, you don't need to know all the moves. All you got to do is, you know, you really only need to know one move.
Yeah, and
know,
just work really well.
Be so good at it that nobody can stop it. And there's a lot of guys out there and that have proved it. Jordan Burroughs, the #1 ranked wrestler in the United States. He, you know, went to the Olympic Games. I believe he was a 2-time Olympic medalist. He only does one basic move, a double leg, but nobody in the world can stop
I was going to say, he's awful good at it, obviously.
He wrestled a kid named Dake. Dake from Cornell University. Dake was a 4-time Division I national champion, and Dake knew that Burroughs was going to hit him in a double leg in the Olympic tryouts and the finals to go to the Olympic Games, and everybody in the stands knew what was coming, and Burroughs still got it. So if you can do one move, for all the little kids out there, you need to know one good move and be so good that nobody can stop it.
And so you work so hard at it, and continue to improve over a period of time. We're in period number 3, 12-3 lead for Joe Robin from Coon Rapids.
Joe's doing a nice job staying low. Oh, got away.
Get the escape point.
Oh, almost got caught in a pancake. Joe's working for a tech fall. Third period, he's got 1 minute to go. He's up by 10. So he's working on the takedown. Hopefully we can get some back points here. He's got the leg split with his left leg there. Hopefully he can work up into a Turk, but doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Trying to get the leverage to see if he can move him.
I'd like to see him come around and maybe try a pancake from here. You get 30 seconds, you know, might get 3 near fall.
There's 30 seconds remaining here in this match at 1:32.
He's working his double arm bar now. He's going to get back points here. Well, at least I think he should. The referee's not counting. Evidently, he doesn't think so. Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. He gave it to him.
I didn't see
2
him
more,
count.
18-5. For that 2-point near fall.
So a major decision for
Yep.
Coon Rapids. Joe Robin at 132 pounds. Good job, Joe.
A nice job there. Pushes that Cardinal lead up to 26-0 as we move to 138. Zach Thomas for Coon Rapids and Joe McKinney for the Rebels from Champlin Park. Talk a little bit about Zach.
Zach is one of our smarter kids on the team. He's, you know, I had him as a student. He's really a smart kid. Works very hard in the wrestling room. He's one of our stronger kids in the room. You lock up with him, boy, you realize how strong he is. You know, he gets on top of guys, and, you know, his best position is on top. We often coach him on top. You know, he's so strong, he can force these cradles on a lot of guys. But he needs a little work on his feet. And we've been working at that. We've been working hard at it. We took him, you know, we've had him on the side a few times, and that's all he does is single legs and double legs and trying to, you know, get him to pull the trigger, and he's getting better at it. Just need to, you know, keep working at it and keep plugging away, and the more often he does it, the more confidence he'll gain over time, and eventually, you know, it'll start happening on the feet for him as much as it does on top when he's wrestling on the mat. So Coach Tronson will undoubtedly put him on top at some point, unless the kid defers to us and he chooses down himself.
Well, McKinney with a 2-0 lead as we're approaching 30 seconds left in period number 1.
So this is a conference match. So all these matches are important. They're all conference, you know, ramifications on it. We go at the end of the season. We have a conference meeting. All the coaches, they vote, and those are rough meetings, boy. You get all these coaches who are fighting for their kids and to be all conference. And one of the standards is, I believe it's 6 matches they have to have. They have to have at least 6 wins to be considered. So these matches are important.
And McKinney, again, controlling this a little bit here in period number 1.
Yep. Zach needs to try and slide his left leg under. If he could slide his left leg under, that would create an opening and put a little back pressure on and maybe get away. But
McKinney was trying to turn him, but ran out of time, so he'll take that 2-0 lead as we move to period number 2 at 1:38.
So Zach defers.
So he'll be on top.
Zach will be on top and hopefully get an opportunity to turn him here.
Well, you talk about, we'll see what he's been working on so long in practice to turn him.
And McKinney tries a nice Granby there, didn't quite work. Zach's getting in position to hopefully get a cradle.
Able to control that ankle, McKinney. At the same time, putting his head to the mat.
McKinney knows what's coming. He can feel it.
He's a senior, so he's been through many matches. Obviously, he's a captain as well.
Yeah, so he knows what Zach's trying to do, and he's doing a good job of stopping it by flattening out. Now the question is, how long will the referee allow him to do it? Hopefully the referee gets him going. Looks like he's got one.
But he's trying to.
Oh, he got it. Suicide
he did
cradle.
Get it.
He got it. Suicide cradle. Took him over his back.
McKinney's in a little trouble right here.
Hopefully Zach can put his lower knee in the side, push him away, but he couldn't do it. So now it's 3-2, Coon Rapids.
Able to get 3 points off that. As we're under a minute in period number 2.
Okay, he's working a Turk here. Like to see him flatten the kid out, flatten McKinney out first before he does it.
Well, you talked about his strength from up top. You can see it here in this period. He's been controlling the action in period number 2.
Zach's got to stay behind. He's got to keep his knee in the rear end of his opponent. That way he knows he's behind him. Now he's getting too high. Don't get high, Zach.
Yeah, McKinney's he got Thomas a little bit of trouble. He's going to score some points here.
Okay, give him 1, not 2. That was smart. So you give him 1 point, not 2. Now we're back to even. Now this is a tough choice for Coach Tronson because Zach's best, it's our choice in the 3rd period. The question is, do we put him down or do we try to get away? We couldn't get away from him when he took us down, so it's a tough call.
Yeah, it's a good match. We moved to the 3rd at 3-all.
And we've already turned him once, so the question is, does Coach Tronson think he can turn him again?
I looked like he gave him the up signal.
So they're talking about it, and I mean, if I'm down there, I don't know what I would do. It's a tough call. If you put him down,
he's putting him down.
Well, no, he's putting Champlin Park down. So
that's what I say. Yeah.
Tronson thinks we can get him turned, and that's usually where we go, because Zach's best position is on top, because he turns everybody, and he's already turned McKinney once, so hopefully he can turn him again. The downside is if McKinney does get away, we're going to have a hard time taking him down.
Well, yeah, because then you get that escape point, and so he takes that 4-3 lead if he does get away.
So this is why we pay coaches the big bucks to make these tough decisions.
And they are tough decisions.
Yeah. See, Zach's getting too high. He's getting a little too high. So Zach's in trouble. He's got to keep.
Yeah, he's got to get his leverage down.
He's got to get under behind the arms. He's got to try to get behind McKinney's arms so he can press back. See, he's trying to get under him right now. Hopefully get a stalemate here. Hang on to that arm. Don't let him go. Well, McKinney's going to come out the back door. He's got to tie up an ankle. Zach, let's get the... Didn't quite get it.
Yeah, now McKinney gets a couple of points. He gets the advantage up on top. Under a minute.
So now Zach's got to get away somehow.
Yeah, McKinney's, we know with that 2-point lead, he's just going to continue to work at it and not let him get away. Got a hold of his arm. And
see, and as a coach, you're thinking, okay, our best position's on top, but if we choose down in the third period and we can't get away, because Zach's can't get away right now, then it goes into overtime, and we're up. The first position on overtime is on the feet. So, Coach Tronson, I'm sure, is thinking ahead to the overtime position. Even if we get ridden out, it's still tied 3-3, but but then we're on the feet, and that's not Zach's best position. So you got to hope you can go 0-0 with him on the feet, and that's a lot. That's a lot to ask. So, I'd have put him on top myself, and it sometimes just doesn't work. You
don't know. It could have gone the other way as well.
Yeah. It's a tough situation.
That'll do it.
Good battle, good fight.
So the Rebels will get their first points of this match, 26-3. You can see McKinney there again, getting those 2 points in the third period, allowing himself to control that and get the win. Now we move to 145, Dalen Jones and Seth Hogan.
This is going to be the matchup of the night. Hogan's probably their best wrestler.
Well, and I was impressed with Dalen when we were doing the Maple Grove match. I love his quickness.
Yeah. Dalen is going to be a good wrestler down the road. He's a good wrestler now.
And just a freshman.
Yeah, I think he's probably somewhere around, I don't know, I'm going to guess 14-4, 14-3. He's got a nice, I don't know what that would be called.
3-2 in favor of Champlin Park here early on in period number 1. 2 points for the takedown for Seth Hogan.
We've been working with Dalen talking to him about pacing himself. Sometimes in the first period he just comes out so strong and so hard, and doesn't have a whole lot left in the third period because he worked so hard in the first and second period. So he's been pacing himself. He's a smart kid. Dalen, I had him in class too. He's a very smart young man, very quiet in class and hardworking student.
2 more points for Dalen as he takes a 5-3 lead with about 40 seconds remaining in period number 1. At 145, Dalen's doing a nice job of working at top.
Yep, working an arm bar.
Now he's going to get the escape, so it makes it 5-4 in favor of Coon Rapids and Dalen Jones.
See how quick he is?
He's very quick.
Hogan took that shot, and Dalen just let him go right by. Works an inside cradle.
He's got some leverage here.
Oh, if he pins him here, that's going to be huge. Okay, I could see Dalen beating Hogan, but I wasn't expecting a pin.
Oh, he's got the lever. He just can't get his. It's gonna be close, but he's gonna run out of time. But he's gonna pick up some points. 7-4 after 1 period in favor of Dalen Jones from Coon Rapids. Yeah, it would have been nice had he been able to get that pin. He was close. He had this leverage.
There are days in practice when I just sit back, and when we're going live in the room, I watch Dalen and Madimba go at it, and it's just a sight to watch.
I bet it's great.
It's just like a chess match between those two. There's another Murphy.
At 10-4 now in favor of Dalen Jones.
Yeah, Dalen's got this this tilt down pretty good. He's very good with it.
Again, you know, getting his leg underneath and trying to turn him, and now Hogan turning himself over. 2 more points for Dalen Jones.
Yeah, Dalen's a competitor. We were talking a couple weeks ago, and I asked our team, you know, how high are your goals? And when I asked, anybody in this room think they could go to the Olympics? And only one hand went up.
And it was
Dalen Jones. So that's what
you
that's
love
what he
that
believes.
kind of attitude, though. You love it.
That's what you have to start with the belief. And if you don't believe in yourself,
you'll never do it.
You'll never do it.
Right.
And I looked at Dalen. I thought, you know what? He could do it. He's the kind of guy that could do it.
Well,
he's only been wrestling, I think, 3 years.
If he's working that hard and he's just a freshman, he's got a lot of wrestling ahead of him. And a lot of time to continue to improve his craft. Now he gets him turned again. 3-point near fall, 17-5 in favor of Dalen Jones.
I tell a lot of wrestlers, it takes 2 to 3 years to learn the sport. About your 3rd year, you really start competing. It takes 2 years it'd be like me learning how to play hockey,
Right.
It'd take me, probably 5, 6 years to learn how to skate, just the basics of skating. Wrestling is, it takes 2 years to learn the real basics.
A lot of technique.
Yeah, and then after that, you start to compete, and he's at that level right now where I think this is about his 3rd year, and he's really, way ahead of that learning curve. He was competing last year.
We're going to move to the 3rd period, 17-6 lead. And again, doing a nice job of controlling this match. Almost had him there, just couldn't get the leverage he needed to keep him on his back.
See if he can make it strong through this 3rd period and, get away and hopefully get back on the feet where he's very, very explosive and can manage a takedown.
Well, as you talked about, hoping that energy level is there for period number 3.
Yeah. Oh, he's in a bad spot there.
Yeah, he got him turned. And
come on, get out of there, Dalen.
Trying to move himself out of that position.
Get out of there, Dalen.
And Hogan has Jones in a tough spot.
Yeah, this is a hard spot to get out of. It's tight.
It is tight.
Hopefully he doesn't put his shoulders down. He's in trouble here. He's in big trouble.
Yeah, he's not able to. He does a nice job. Now he's got a control of that inside shoulder.
Or get off the mat.
Yep.
That's what he's thinking.
That's what he's trying to do. He's moving that way.
With the new rule this year, you can be pinned off the mat as long as you have 2 supporting points on the mat.
Okay.
So as long as Hogan's knees are on the mat, or maybe even his toes if there's the supporting points.
Well, he's got a little ways to pull him off the mat then, if that's the case.
Yep. He's got a ways to go.
And he's doing it. He's just.
I'd say they're off the mat now.
I would think they're off the mat.
Supporting points.
There it is.
There we go. So it shows you how smart he is. I mean, here he was in a bad spot, and he found a way to get off the mat to get a new start.
Near fall points for Hogan, 17-9. But again, Dalen did a nice job of getting himself out of that trouble. Got hurt a little bit. 18 gave him the escape to 18-9 now with 26 seconds left.
Front head. Oh, don't do that.
Hogan going after him.
Oh, there you go. Nice job. Now Hogan's in trouble.
Oh, yeah. He reversed it at this point so he can get the pin.
Did a cow catcher to him and put him on his back. And we're going to get 3 more near fall. Nice win. That's a nice win for Dalen Jones. Very nice. Look at the physique on that kid, man. Look at the pipes on his arms, man. He's going to be, 2 years from now, he's going to be really big.
So Cardinals take a nice lead going into 152. Hey, if you're wondering where Joe is, he's got a hockey tournament with his son Aaron. They're out of town for the weekend, so we missed Joe, and I am attempting to replace him. Maybe not very well, but I'm attempting to replace the one and only Joe Yund.
Hey, you're doing a fantastic job.
Thanks. Moses Madimba for Coon Rapids at 152 against Matthew Knight for Champlin Park. 30-3 lead for the Cardinals.
Watch Madimba here. Watch his. He's going to attack this kid's right ankle. He's got a beautiful ankle pick to the right ankle. I was wrestling him yesterday, and he taught me what an ankle pick looked like.
It's always nice you can teach the coach something.
Yeah. He's very quick. I'm thinking to myself, he can't do it, but he did it.
He did, yeah.
He did it to me twice.
2-point take. The 6-2 lead now for Madimba.
Captain Madimba, probably our most humble guy on our team. The guy is just a credit. He's got 3 brothers, I believe. You know, he's, again, our captain of our team. Works very, very hard. Great leader, great student. His father, I believe, is a priest or a pastor.
Okay.
You know, so the family is very humble. They work very hard. Giving him rides home many, many nights. He finally got his license, so that makes my job a little easier.
A lot easier. And then Knight's going to get the escape. 8-4.
Yeah. But Madimba just came back from the Rumble on the Red. 85 teams in the Rumble on the Red. Madimba was unseeded. He knocked off the number 2 and the number 3 seed. He knocked off the number 2 seed in the quarterfinals, knocked off the number 3 seed in the semifinals, just to show it wasn't a fluke.
That's some nice wrestling. He gets the pin here.
Nice job, Moise.
Made relatively quick work out of Matthew Knight, just a freshman for Champlin Park. That puts the lead at 36-3 for Coon Rapids. Brings us to 160. Isaiah Thompson versus DJ Miles, another freshman for Champlin Park.
DJ Miles.
Isaiah's trying to do a shuck or a throw by. Nice front head. Hopefully she can take him to the mat. Ankle pick. And he goes behind for 2. Good job. Looking for an inside cradle. Uh-oh, what happened there? We pulled his chin, bent his chin too much. Yeah, come on, the referee. This is wrestling, man. Isaiah is also one of our smarter kids. He's very humble, hardworking young man. Kids love him. Coaching staff loves him. He's very coachable. Again, you tell him, you know, do this, and he just listens and again does whatever he's asked to do to make himself better.
Love kids like that.
Yep.
A couple of 2-point takedowns for Thompson.
He's got an inside cradle there.
6-3 lead.
Both legs under the leg, and he's looking to stack this guy. I would hope he wouldn't pin him in the first period.
But
you know, unless you know that the guy's that tough, then you pin him. But
I don't know. He's got him.
Yeah, he's got him tight.
There it is.
There it is. Good job, Isaiah. Cardinals are pinning some people tonight.
Yeah, no question about that.
Looks like we got 4 falls, I think, plus a forfeit.
Yeah. So that puts the lead at 42-3.
Those falls are hard to overcome, man. You cannot give up pins if you're in wrestling. You give up 1 pin, it's like 3 matches. It takes 3 wins to overcome a pin.
We move to 170. Amar Kenna for Coon Rapids and Sir William Humphrey for Champlin Park.
Amar Kenna went very deep in the Rumble on the Red last week. We put him in the JV tournament. He struggled, you know, he struggled a little bit on varsity. So we thought the Rumble is such a tough tournament that a lot of teams put their varsity kids in the JV tournament, which makes it even harder, you know, some of their kids. So we did that with Amara. We thought it would be better for him, you know, rather than go up there and sit in the bleachers going 0-2 on the varsity side. He'd maybe win some matches in the JV tournament. He went, I think he was 6-1. He took 3rd place.
Nice.
Won a lot of close matches. Most of his matches were close battles, and he did a great job.
Where are his strengths?
He's pretty strong. I mean, he's a strong wrestler. On the feet, he's not too bad. He's working on trying to do a throw by here. So he's probably best on the feet. He struggles a little bit on the mat. If we put him down, you know, there you go. Come on, get on top, Amar.
Look like he had him, but Humphrey, Sir William Humphrey, quick on his feet to get around from it.
Yep. Amar is also, I pick Amar up every morning for our morning weightlifting sessions, and he's such a quiet kid. You know, he's very humble, nice kid. I love this kid. He's extremely hard worker, and again, he's just like Isaiah. He'll always do what we ask him to do, and he loves the sport of wrestling. Win or lose, he's always trying his hardest, and that's all you can ask of kids.
No, if they're doing their best day in and day out, you're right. That's all you can ask. If they're listening to you, taking coaching well, and
yep.
and doing what you tell them to do.
Come on, Amar, we need to pull the trigger here, pal. Get in on a leg and take him down.
No points scored yet here as we move to the end of period number 1.
So warning for green. So Champlin Park's backing up. The referee's quick to recognize it. Oh, he tried a trip there, didn't work. Come on. Don't let go of the head. Don't let go of the head. All right, good.
So we're gonna move to period number 2. No score.
0-0. See whose choice it is. Amar chooses down, so hopefully he can get away here, get back on the feet. He tends to have a little problem getting away sometimes. See, he gives up that arm. You can't give up that arm. You gotta, you know, be all fours on the arm. There you go. Good job. Nice stand up.
Yeah, good job getting the escape point. Takes that 1-0 lead. Neither wrestler giving up much ground.
I have Amar's younger sister in my class, and she's obviously she's a conservative politician.
Okay.
She likes to debate politics.
Oh, good for her.
Very smart, 8th grader.
Nice job. Yeah.
Takes him down.
Gonna get a couple points there. It does a nice job taking him to the mat, trying to get him turned.
Oh, he might give up 2 here.
Yeah.
Get off your knees.
Yeah, Humphrey trying to gain some ground here. Yeah, they got 1 point escape. 2-point takedown for Amara. About 20 seconds remaining in period number 2. 5-1 lead for Coon Rapids.
He's working for a Turk. This is called a Turk, where he's turning his hips with his right leg there and trying to score some back points. I don't know if the referee counted. I didn't see.
I didn't see him. And that's the end of.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. Gave him 2 more.
2 more.
So he's going to take a 7-1 lead as we go to period number 3 at 170.
Nice double leg.
Yeah. Good job there controlling it, picking up some points.
Yeah, he's a strong kid.
He's got 2 minutes to see if he can continue this lead and build upon it.
Coach Tronson trying to get
I'm
him
trying to listen to him.
take him down to the mat, which get on the front head. There's 2 right there.
Yep. 2 more. It's going to increase that lead to 9-1, but a good job on the takedown to the mat.
As soon as one hand has to touch the mat, it's a 2-point takedown as long as you have control of the lower portion of his body.
Yeah, which Amar did.
Now we're looking for, I guess we're going to ride him.
A quick escape.
That's one area Amara needs work on. He needs to learn how to break guys down on top, and he tends to just let them go very easily. You know, there's a time and a place where you're going to have to ride, and if you can't do it, you're going to lose some matches because of it.
Well, and he has a nice little bit of a lead, but you certainly don't want to get caught by letting your opponent up.
Right. You know, unless you're going for a tech fall or a major, that's one thing, but I don't think that was our intent at that time. Coach Tronson's getting on him. But I think he wins this match. That'll be 7. Oh, I should have shut up. I started talking too fast.
Yeah.
Come on, get out of there, Amaro.
2 points for sure here.
Come on, Amaro. That's an illegal headlock. Yep, he did not have the arm, the elbow encircled.
I was fortunate. That's fortunate.
So you got to have the elbow encircled on a headlock. And it's a good break for Amaro.
Yes. Yeah.
But saying, or about to say, if he wins this match, it'll be, I think, 7 wins in a row for him. You win 7 matches in a row in wrestling, that's pretty good. To get a 7-match win streak.
That gives him the escape. 11-4 for Amaro.
Need one more point for a major. To get 14 points instead of 3 with a major. Stuff that head, go behind him.
Again, great working that back leg. Left leg is now off the mat. 13 seconds remaining here. Third. Healthy 11-4 lead for Amaro.
All right, good job for Amaro.
Nice win. 11-4 win. Amara's gonna get the win to push the Coon Rapids lead to 45-3. And at 182, I believe we have a forfeit.
Yeah, Marcid Hibbler, he's a 9th grader in our lineup. He gets a forfeit tonight. Very strong young man, good athlete, plays football, running back on the football team. He's got a bright future in the sport of wrestling if he continues to work hard and practice as much as he can. This is Nick Berg.
Yeah, we moved to 195. Nick Berg and Gavin Rosted for Champlin Park. Rosted a freshman, Berg a junior.
Nick is a big kid.
He is.
Big 95 pounder.
What do you like about his game?
No, he's got a great attitude. I mean, Nick comes to practice every day, rarely misses a practices, doesn't miss morning lifts. The kid just works hard. You know, he's a big kid, smart kid, nice kid. Everybody on the team loves him. Again, very coachable, very respectful. His parents, Scott Berg.
Yep.
And Monique, they're very involved in our wrestling program and our Matt Bandit program. Scott Berg is our president right now. Was our director for a while. Did a lot of that work. Muffy Glenn.
Right.
Noah Glenn's wife is our director, and Scott is now the president of our Matt Bandit club.
Yeah, I see a lot of posts on Facebook by both of them.
Yep, they do a great job, both of them do. Again, we're so fortunate to have the parents in our program that put in support. There's a nice takedown by Nick. Nick is like a big polar bear, man. He just
Once he gets on you, though.
Yep. I mean, I tied up with him the other day in practice, and I thought, oh my goodness, this guy is strong.
Well, it keeps you in shape as well, working out with these young kids. I mean, I did a nice job at turning him here.
Quick pin.
Got the pin.
Nice job, Nick. Another pin for the Cardinals.
Winner from Coon Rapids, Nick Berg.
Yeah, Nick is just a humble kid.
Look at that, great job turning him, getting him to his back.
Nice cradle.
Nice cradle to get the pin in the first period. We've had a couple, 3 pins in the first here tonight for your squad. 57-3 lead for Coon Rapids. Lucas Partlow and Dawson Schlegel at 220.
Lucas has had a few injuries. Started the season, he had a broken hand. He hurt his knuckle a while back. He's been sick. He had the flu last week at the Rumble, so he did not participate in the Rumble. So this was his first action on the mat in quite a while. At least a week and a half, anyways. And
so a good opportunity for him to get back in the swing of things.
Yep.
What are some of the strengths of his game?
Well, he's a very determined wrestler. He's a hard worker. You know, he's strong on the mat. Probably needs to improve on his feet. We've been talking to a lot of our guys about, you know, our takedown ratio. We need to probably improve in that area a little bit. But he's like you said, the front head. He gets on top of your head, and he can do some damage to you in a hurry. Him and our heavyweight in the Zambroda Mazeppa match. Zambroda's ranked #1 in Class A. Came down to the last 3 weights, actually last 4 weights, and Zambroda had 3 out of their 4 weights were ranked #1 in the state.
That's tough competition.
And Lucas, we had like I think a 25-point lead, so we had to stay off our backs, and Lucas did a great job. And the guy that Lucas wrestled that day was built like, Lou Ferrigno. He just had muscles on top of muscles.
Yeah.
And then Lucas went out there. Lucas didn't win, but he battled hard. Stayed off his back. I think he lost the match by 3 or 4 points, but it won the dual meet for us.
When you say muscle on top of muscle, it reminds me a lot of my partner Joe Yund.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Joe.
Lean and mean.
Lean and mean fighting machine.
2-point takedown for Dawson Schlegel of Champlin Park. Takes this 2-0 lead as we're about to run out in period #1.
See, I'd like to see Lucas fight that single off a little bit harder. You know, he just kind of fell off to the side and allowed him to go behind him. Okay, right here, you know, see the guy shoots on a single. He's got to keep that whizzer. He's got to throw whizzer and square up with him, and he just let the guy go behind him. So that's something that we need to work on. So hopefully we can get a cradle here, find a way to put this kid on his back.
He's got a hold of his leg, his foot, trying to turn him.
Lucas trying to throw a leg in and trying to do a force half on top. Just got to keep his weight over the top of him, make him carry our weight. He's trying to work a force half here.
You know, sometimes you look at matches, 6 minutes doesn't really seem like a long time, but it really is.
It is grueling.
I mean, when you're working that hard.
Yeah. Yeah, again, if you've never wrestled before, you wouldn't believe how tiresome it is. How I've come off, you know, when I used to wrestle in college, get out of this headlock here. No. There you go, good job. You come off the mat, you can't even raise your hand.
Oh, I
Lift
bet.
your hands up to shake the coach's
bet.
hand. Your forearms get so tired. But that's the beauty of the sport too. You know, you got to fight through that pain and find a way. That's why, you know, when you get your hand raised at the end of a match, it's a true sense of accomplishment because, you know, it's that tough.
Well, wrestlers are some of the toughest athletes. I mean, you always talk to football coaches. They want wrestlers on their team, you know, for a lot of reasons.
Well, I think if the football players out there are listening right now, if you want to be a better football player, you should sign up for wrestling.
There it is.
And both teams would help each other.
Yep.
You know, our wrestlers, you know, my sons both played football.
Yes, they did.
Ryan and Jason, one was a running back and one was a middle linebacker. And I often tell other people, not too many kids can play those positions weighing 150 pounds, 145 pounds. Lucas has a nice half, driving it hard. Looking for the pin.
Look, yeah, again, getting him down to the mat and trying to put his weight on top. He got the pin.
Good job, Lucas. Good job. Nice job. Way to find a way to win that match. Lucas, very determined kid. He doesn't give up. But yeah, getting back to the football, kids that are, willing to do both sports, there's a lot of similar, hand fighting skills that, you need in football that we teach in wrestling. Double legs are tackles for football, All
right, move to the big boys. 285, Marcus Moore for Coon Rapids and James Rodriguez for the Rebels from Champlin Park.
Marcus has placed third at the Rumble on the Red tournament and did a great job, wrestled on the JV side. So tonight we're giving him an opportunity to wrestle varsity.
And a great opportunity at 2 points for him as he gets the first 2 points of this match.
One of the things about Marcus that we noticed, we put him in a match a couple weeks ago. He got tossed to his back, and he can bridge. The guy knows how to get off of his back, usually. I don't want to jinx him. But he's, most heavyweights, when they go to their backs, they generally stay there. But Marcus, he's very determined to come off of his back if he should go there.
Rodriguez with a point awarded to him. And he gets the escape, tie it at 2. Well, it's always nice in this kind of opportunity, you get a chance to see some other wrestlers, and they obviously get an opportunity to do wrestle at the varsity level. Yeah,
and Marcus is only a junior. Oh, he's got to stop that roll. Come on. Oh, see how he got off his back? That was nice. He knows where he is most of the time. He's got good balance, good instincts.
4-2 lead for Champlin Park as we're nearing the end of period number 1. Nice reversal there. Gets 2 points for Marcus. Ties it up at 4.
Yeah, Marcus works hard. In the wrestling room, we got him and Gavin Layton work a lot. Chuck Lattery works with him a lot. Coach Lattery does a great job with our big guys. Josh Fleck, Scotty Gorham. They're always down there working with the big guys as well. I like to work with the little guys.
Yeah.
They don't hurt as much.
I would imagine so. You let Tronson work with the big guys, right?
Yeah, I let those guys take care of the big boys.
4-4 as we start period number 2. And Marcus trying not to let Rodriguez get away.
He should stay under the arms, stay behind the arms, try not to reach over the top. Get a wrist.
Yeah, he's got definitely his hold, or did get a hold of his wrist. Off the mat.
This is going to be a good one. Hopefully Marcus can find a way to win it. But yeah, he's a big kid. I think he came in today, where is it? 281 pounds of cold rolled blue twisted steel.
I love it.
Gavin Layton came in at 279 and a half.
And a half, got that half in.
279 and a half pounds tonight. So both of these, our heavyweights are big, big kids, man.
Again, I thought Marcus did a nice job of working his ankle, making sure he couldn't get away.
Yeah.
Under a minute, period number 2 left. .44 seconds remaining. Period number 2. Last match of the evening.
Yeah, a 281 and a 281.3. He beat the limit by 3 pounds. The maximum weight is 285. He came in at 281.3. So what is that? 3.7 pounds.
You see him again using his leverage on top.
And he's a strong kid too.
Yeah.
Like he's doing a force half, and he's got it. He's got it. It's over.
Oh, he got
Nice
the pin.
job.
Nice job.
Good job, Marcus.
So you look at the night, you know, your final score is going to be 69-3. Pretty dominant match for you. 7 pins, on the evening, and that's impressive.
Yep, 7 pins. A good night for the Cardinals.
Yeah,
so,
nice. You came here. You took care of business, and that's what you needed to do.
Well, hopefully we can do that tomorrow and Saturday.
Well, we certainly wish you luck. And there you look at the final: Coon Rapids 69, Champlin Park 3. Coach, I'm glad that you joined us. Really appreciate you bailing me out for sure.
Sure.
And I tried to sound smart with wrestling, but thank God for you that
I had a lot
you
of
were able
fun.
to fill in all the blanks.
I enjoy doing this. We have different perspective, and we appreciate all that CTN Sports does for our program. And,
it's our pleasure.
And the fact that you guys come out and put these guys on the most famous TV show in Coon Rapids. For how many years now?
20 years.
20 years.
20 years.
Wow.
Over 20 years, Joe and I have been doing it.
About as long as I've been coaching here at Coon Rapids too.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we've been around for a while, but that's good. Look at our upcoming schedule. This coming Tuesday, we're going to go on the road. Boys basketball at Anoka. Then Thursday, we're going to be at home for the girls basketball game against Spring Lake Park, and then Saturday, I believe, is a day game. It's going to be boys hockey against Totino Grace, a 3 o'clock start. But that's going to do it for us. Certainly, again, for Bob Adams, I want to thank you again for everybody. Thanks
My
to the
pleasure.
crew. I'm Howie Shapiro saying good night.